Let's get serious. Habaki!
What is going on, everybody? NutsLoverXWX here, and welcome back to another Call of Duty video. This time, we're going to be talking about the state of the country, how things are. This is going to be a follow-up video to a video I made is Destiny commentary, right after the 2016 election, where I laid my thoughts on what needs to happen and how successful Trump needed to be in order to be successful at being president, essentially, what he needed to do. And it is March 22nd of 2018. I'd like to kind of talk about the past year and a little bit. It's been a little over a year since we've had this monster as our president, and I wanted to talk about, you can already tell by my rhetoric that what the video is going to be, but I wanted to do a little discussion on how I feel that the president is doing. The presidency started off bad. It started off with, obviously during the election there was scandals, just that can't be avoided, the grab him by the pussy scandal and all that nonsense, the Russia scandal, which is still ongoing. All the scandals, the lying started right off the bat during the inauguration, which was obviously smaller, statistically smaller, verifiably less people went to the inauguration than went to Obama's election. By the way, I'll link the 2016 video in the description if you want to watch that video. Anyway, it was verifiably smaller. And they were lying, saying that it was the biggest inauguration ever, like of all time. And it was like, okay, this is how this is gonna go. The Women's March happens, which is obviously bigger and more nationwide than which I participated in, by the way, than the entirety of the inauguration, and it's just kind of swept under the rug. Just thinking about like basic policy making decisions. NAFTA was gutted, which was the only thing that was good. NAFTA and it got us out of TPP, and then later in his presidency, he got us back into TPP, but he kind of lied about it and swept it under the rug. So that wasn't good. Charlottesville happened. I think I made a video on that. I'll link it down in the description as well. He banned transgender individuals from joining the military, which was later overturned because you just can't do that. I made a video on that as well. I'll link that down in the description as well. And essentially, he's done nothing but fire people in his cabinet, talk shit to North Korea. Also made a video on that. He's basically destroyed any relationship he has with minorities. Approval ratings are low. Basically, he's done not a great job as a president so far. But would I go to categorize him as one of the worst presidents of all time? Not yet. And here's why. Because he's kind of an idiot, and he really doesn't, I think, know what he's doing or believe anything that he's actually doing. I think everything that he's done has been to appease his base and to appease the Republican Party, because he doesn't know how to be president. He is just stupid. Just inherently, as a human being, he is an idiot. When he bans transgender individuals from the military, for example, he did that not because he hates trans people. He did that because he needed some kind of scapegoat to get people to look away from the Comey investigation and the Russia investigation and all that stuff. He needed something to get the media's attention away from whatever he's doing. He's his tax bills have been, you know, they're basically like everyone says, "Oh, the tax bill is great. It's giving money to people." So the tax breaks for the lower income Americans and the middle class actually run out in 5 years, or is it 10 years? It's either 5 or 10 years. They run out. But the tax breaks for the higher end, the 1%, do not run out, and they are there forever. Um, so your tax plan kind of sucks. Um, Everybody's saying, "Oh, the economy's doing great under Trump." Um, this is what happens under Republican presidents who deregulate the economy. The economy does really, really well, and it's not a matter of if it will crash, it's a matter of when, because economies always, always crash under Republican presidents. Every single time, the economy always crashes. Because if you deregulate the economy, people will make risky investments, and those risky investments will lead to crashes and bubbles bursting in whatever they invest in. Um, the housing bubble, the loot box bubble, for God's sakes, that burst. Like, anything that you invest too much in a risky way and you piss people off will burst. It's basic economics. Deregulate the economy and it will crash. So it's increasing, sure, but it will crash. It just will. Like, it's not a matter of if, it's a matter of when. So I'm not going to give you props for the economy. I'm not going to give you props for any foreign policy. He's apparently going to meet with Kim Jong Un, who he is stoked the fires of nuclear global catastrophe for the last 5 or 6 months. So no, I'm not going to give you props for meeting with Kim Jong Un because you almost caused nuclear war. What's a meeting going to do? Nothing. It's going to do nothing. Um, you you do realize that the Kim dynasty needs nuclear weapons to survive because the minute they give up their nuclear weapons, America will just invade and take over the Kim dynasty, like they did with Gaddafi, like they did with Saddam Hussein, because these Republicans are addicted to war, and the neocon Democrats are also addicted to war, don't get me wrong, because both sides love war. They love being hawkish. The point is, my phone is not on silent. Good job, way to make a commentary. Um, the point is, the the job that he's done has not been the greatest in the world. But again, is he the worst president of all time? Not not particularly. I still feel looking to the future, there's certain things that can be improved on and can be done well. If the economy continues to go up and regulations get put in, there probably won't, but who knows? Um, Things might get better. In the 2018 midterms, it's pretty much guaranteed that the Democrats take back the House. Not so sure about the Senate, but it's gonna make his job much more difficult. He's not really done much of anything. He's kind of like, interestingly enough, he's kind of like Obama, where he's an interesting character, but he doesn't really do anything. Obama never did anything in office. Everything that was done by Congress. Obamacare was done by Congress, and it was a terrible bill to begin with. Um, but everything that Trump has done, he's basically done nothing except play golf. Like, that's what he's done. Um, he's, you know, authorized some stupid things, and he's tweeted a bunch. Like, he bombed Syria with, like, actual Syrian government officials with missiles, but Besides that, what's he done besides tweet? Everything that's been done has mostly been done by Congress and the Supreme Court. So, you know, is he an Andrew Jackson who single-handedly pushes for the rounding up and genocide of Native Americans? No. Is he stupid enough to get somebody to convince him that that's the right outcome and that's the right thing to do? Probably. But, you know, looking forward, I feel like the best strategy is for 2018 to go in the favor of the Democrats, because that's the first step. Because the only thing that's done, the only entity in our government that's done anything is Congress, is not the president. And Trump will not be able to do anything. I do not favor impeachment. I do not feel like Trump should be impeached because Mike Pence is infinitely more destructive than Trump will ever be. Trump is too stupid to get anything passed. Mike Pence is a politician who can speak well and who can actually get legislation passed. Mike Pence would make lives unbelievably terrible for everyone. Minorities, transgender individuals, LGBTQ people, everyone. Mike Pence would wreck this country in an unbelievable way. And so that's why I feel like keep Trump in for another 2 or 3 years. Let him tweet about whatever the hell he's going to tweet about. Let him be a misogynist piece of shit. He's not going to do anything. He hasn't. He's proven to not do anything thus far. And in 2020, when we control the House and the Senate, possibly the Senate, we can control the Senate in 2020 for sure. When we control the House, we can take back the presidency. And possibly, if it's a progressive, maybe get things passed that are good, like universal health care and universal college and LGBTQ rights cemented into law forever. So that's the plan. That's what I feel right now. That's my thing on this. I might make a video next year as a follow-up to this. Who knows? If I do, then go watch it. It's probably not made yet when this is going up, because it's 2018 and I'll make it in 2019. I don't know. Anyway, I'm going to go ahead and end the video there. So thank you all for watching. Hope you all enjoyed. Please be sure to leave a like and be sure to subscribe if you did. And I'll see you guys later. Bye-bye.
Kill confirmed.
UAV on standby. Friendly UAV inbound. Counter UAV on standby. Friendly counter UAV inbound. You have displeased our generals.